just a spoiler alert, there was a student who ended up getting 5.5 CGPA, which looks bad, terrible, but still ended up getting $100,000 scholarship in a top 10 ranked universities. There is one usual notion students have that if they have not scored well enough in their college or 10th and 12th, then the chances of them getting admission in a top ranked university is difficult. Now first, let me burst your myth. Yes, it's difficult if you have not scored well, but it does not mean that you cannot go to a top ranked university. If you have had low grades in one paper or multiple papers, then there are some practical things that you can do that can help you get admission abroad. So without further ado, let's directly jump into it. First thing that you have to do, give GRE and GMAT. Now people usually tell me, oh Murad, GRE and GMAT is not important. Guys, GRE and GMAT are very important. First of all, understand this thing that colleges and universities are businesses. They are there to make money. Now I'll give you two situations as a business. Think about college as a business. There is a person who tells me that I am ready to pay 100% tuition fees, and there is a person who tells me that I also need a scholarship. Who would the college select? College would any day select a person who is ready to pay 100% tuition fees. So if you've got an admit from a university and no scholarship, don't think that you're smart. It's just that they're making money off you. Now what does GMAT and GRE help you with? Let's suppose you are from a college where 7 points is the highest that you get. So I'll talk about Harvard. In Harvard, out of 4 CGPA, getting 3.5 in ethics is really difficult. 3.5 would convert to somewhere around 80-85%. Getting 85% in Harvard is very difficult. But then getting 9.7 in Amity is easy. Interesting. Does that mean a student from Amity who's scoring 95% and a student from Harvard who's scoring 85%, the Amity student is more smarter? Probably, right? Or probably not. So gradings are different for different schools. But what happens with the GMAT? If you have a GMAT score that is higher, we can simply say that you come from a very good school. In our school, the grading system is very tough. That is why look at my GMAT. So even if you have a 6.5 CGPA and a very strong GMAT score, what you can write in your essay is, you see that it is 6.5, but in our college, 6.5 is a really good score and 7 was the topper. Look at my GMAT score. I'm quantitatively very strong and verbally also very strong. So that helps you a lot. Think about it. Now, second thing that you should definitely do is write this in your personal statement or write this in an optional essay that you did not score well in a subject. It is not hidden from the admission committee that you did not score well in a subject. They have your entire transcript in front of them. So don't think that they'll miss it, they'll not look at it. They look at it each one by one. Now, let's suppose I did not get a good score in Python. What I can say is in this optional essay, I did not get a good score in Python, but I ended up doing Coursera 2 certifications. I also ended up working on EDX. I also ended up taking up freelancing projects and just making up things. But you can do so many things just to say that you did not do well there, but now you did this and now you're fixed. And if you leave it to the interpretation of the admission committee, they'll simply think, oh, this person is not good at Python and yeah, probably he's not a good fit for our university. But if you tell them, okay, I'm not good at Python, but in your optional essay, you write that, oh, you actually did courses on Python, now you're comfortable with Python. What does that tell about you? That even though you're not good at some things, you're still ready to work on them. It shows determination. That is exactly the person that they want. Also, one very dumb thing some people were commenting in one of my videos, I wanted to address that also, was that, Murad, why do you always talk about getting into top universities? I can get into a mediocre university and do well in life. I mean, I should not be addressing it because it's such a dumb thing, but dude, there is a 140% chance of you doing better if you end up going to a top 20 ranked university rather than going to a university that is 300 to 400 ranked just because it is cheaper. But then you criticizing the country that you're going to, or criticizing the job that you're doing, or not being happy with the job you're doing, or not being happy with the salary that you have after a 400 ranked university, 560 ranked, that's on you. That's completely on you. Why are you even bothering someone else? That's completely on you. Okay, coming back to the practical points. Third point I would say is optional essay, which I already talked about. Let me talk about it once more, just in 10 next seconds. So optional essay is not optional. Use the optional essay. If you do not use the optional essay, I would just come and punch you. This optional essay is your chance to tell the admission committee something that you've not already told. So use that thing. Oh. Smoke weed every day. Now the fourth point is my secret sauce. I'm telling you this for free. Wow. I should actually be paid for this thing. But use your letter of recommendations to your advantage. Let's suppose I want to go for masters in finance. I scored bad in finance. What do? I go to the professor who was teaching me finance and ask him for a letter of recommendation. What would he write in a letter of recommendation? He would write that Murad was in my class. Murad was facing a lot of difficulties in the class in the beginning, but still he somehow managed to get a C in the class. C is a bad score, but the professor is writing it as if C was a very good score. And Murad went through difficulties to score this score, rather than where I got an A. So even if the professor writes that, oh, Murad is one of the best students, the university knows you're good at that subject. Tell the university something else. Now this was my secret sauce. At least I need a subscribe after this. Also, if you're still planning to apply to top universities, there is a link in description. I and my team help with admissions abroad. Also, I wanted to share that we got admissions of 2 students, 10 in Technical University of Munich, which is the best university of Germany. In fact, Europe. if we talk about free universities, that's the best free university of the world. We will be doing interviews of both those students on this channel once they end up going to Germany. So that will also be coming. But yeah, if you're interested in going abroad, go to the description. My team will reach out to you and help you with the entire process. Also, talking about practical points, fifth point will seriously be just write that exam again. People think that quantitative scores do not matter a lot. Quantitative scores are amongst the most important metrics that universities look at. Be it US universities, be it German universities, be it British universities, be it Canadian universities. Quantitative scores are the easiest way to measure your applications. After talking to so many universities, I would say 70% important are quantitative scores. Sixth point is, which is sort of unrealistic, but I would expect that from a person who is not scoring well and still wants to go to a top university, have something very unique. Something unique can be that I am a content creator with 265,000 followers and I do this thing. That's me. Or something unique can be I did a startup, I ran a startup, FinLadder, and this was the profit, this was all what I did, this was the company that I did, something like that. Or you can say that I am a violin player and I'm the best violin player in the world. I do orchestras and stuff. That can be one thing. I am the best football player. Something that is very unique to you, and use that as a reason why you did not end up scoring well in your grades, but now you want to focus again on your grades. That's the last option that I have if you are not ready to do any of the first steps. Now, I was talking about a person who had 5.5, ended up getting an admission in top 10 US universities and at the same time $100,000 scholarship. What did he have for him? He was working in a company since past 10 years and now he was a CMO of a company. Imagine CMO, such a huge position, and then he wanted to do an MBA. So get excellent work experience. That also works in your favor. If you are ready for the grill, top 20 are waiting for you, top 10 maybe, top 20 definitely. If you like this video, I would recommend you to watch this video. Amazing, interesting video. Just click here, watch it.